Welcome to the first episode of Twinfluence! I'm Brittany.
And I'm Brianna.
And welcome to the first episode of Twinfluence. We are lifestyle vloggers in NYC. We've been living here for about a year. We celebrated our 1 year living in New York anniversary a few vlogs ago. Yeah, that's normally what we do, but we wanted to add in Twinfluence for like some extra content. So don't worry if you watch our other vlogs and stuff. We're going to be doing vlogs as well. We're just going to be doing Twinfluence on Mondays, and then we're going to be doing our regular vlogs, posting those on Fridays.
Twinfluence is going to be a safe space for us to talk all things self-help, learning how to navigate life. We are in our early 20s, so we're learning how to navigate adulthood. So we want to create this little podcast series to help you guys with things you may be struggling with, or just a safe space to talk. We want to be giving like FaceTime, sleepover vibes.
Yeah, if we're not giving that, let us know in the comments.
We want to create like a motivating community with Twinfluence. So feel free to share basically anything about the topic that we're talking about in the comments, because we want to create a conversation in the comments.
Yeah, we have like a lot of ideas for episodes in general too, but I know that we also want to ask you guys sometimes for topics to help us come up with topics, things that you guys want to talk about. So we'll probably be making some community posts on that eventually. Also, we do have an Instagram, so if you want to go ahead and follow us on Instagram, we're also going to sometimes probably be asking for topics over there as well. And then, like I said, we are still doing our regular vlogs, and we also have Twinfluence. So that's like 3 different things that you guys can watch if you like want to keep watching us. I don't know if you want more content. There you go.
We want to do something to start each episode to get in the episode before we start with the topic. We want to do like a mini icebreaker, and we want to do something called highs and lows, where we used to listen to this podcast called Drink More Water by these 2 YouTubers that we like. And basically what they do is they talk about a high for their week or their upcoming week, and then a low of their week. Feel free to comment down your highs and lows for the week. So I'm going to start with mine. I'm going to start with my low for the week. I'm going to start negative and then in positive. My low for the week is that we have to deep clean our apartment. I'm not really a big fan of cleaning, and like we've literally been putting off cleaning for like the past 2 weeks since we got back from vacation. We still had like our vacation stuff everywhere, so we have to do like a major deep clean, taking everything out, scrubbing, all this stuff, and I hate cleaning. That was my low for the week. And then a high for the week is that we have something really fun planned on Sunday, and it's going to be a vlog. So we're going to be doing a summer morning routine, and the events that we have planned for the morning routine I'm super excited to do. Stay tuned for that vlog.
So for me, highs and lows of the week, I feel like I didn't really have that many lows this week. I feel like it was kind of a pretty good week. I'm like trying to think about my week. Okay, I guess this isn't really a low, but like it's like kind of an inconvenience. So maybe like last week when we had like the Microsoft tech takeover thing. I don't really know what it was. I just know that it affected planes, and a lot of planes were late or something. Like it was something where I think Microsoft was hacked. It definitely showed how much we as a society rely on technology. Like if that goes down, like we cannot function as a society. It's crazy. But ever since then, my debit card will not work for the subway system. It's called MTA if you don't live in New York. I like will try to Apple Pay my card. It won't work. I try to do my literal physical debit card, and it will not work. I have to use a different card. My debit card, Apple Pay, physical card, whatever, works everywhere else except for MTA, which is not really a low. It's just such a pain that I have to literally pull out a completely different card every time that I want to ride the subway. And then my high for the week is definitely going to be, if you've been watching some of our vlogs, and I feel like we keep shamelessly like promoting, but I'm not. It's just like we like film a lot of different stuff, so I'm just like, oh yeah, we did this in a vlog. I was going to the dentist quite frequently, and today was actually my last dentist appointment for a while. I had some cavities I had to get filled. I got all of them filled. I don't know if I've ever said how many I had. I don't know if I want to share how many I had, but I mean, whatever. I had 11 cavities, whatever. I have 0 now, so I really don't care. I got my last one filled. I had one at the bottom. It got all done. It was early this morning. It was 9 a.m. I'm done. My mouth is still a little bit sore from where I had to get the numbing injection, whatever. But I'm happy to say that I am all done with the dentist, and I won't be back until I get my cleaning in September, which sounds crazy.
Okay, so now we're going to jump into the episode. And if you could tell by the title what we're going to be talking about, we are in the last month of summer, but there's still a lot of summer going on. People are going to be going on trips, going to restaurants, just posting their summer diaries on social media. And we're just going to be seeing all these fun things that other people are going to be doing.
And yeah, especially with social media, it's definitely easy to be like seeing all this other stuff and definitely feeling bad about yourself, being like, why am I not doing any of this stuff? Like, why am I just sitting at home? I don't ever have any plans. Like, it's not fair. And you're just like kind of seeing what you don't have. And that is is known as FOMO, which is the fear of missing out on something, according to Google. FOMO is known as anxiety that an exciting or interesting event may currently be happening elsewhere, often aroused by posts seen on social media. Recently, we've been seeing like a lot of people go to Brooklyn Charm. I've never heard what Brooklyn Charm is. It's like a cute little place in Brooklyn where you go get friendship bracelets or whatever. And I'm just like, I don't have any time to go to Brooklyn Charm. Like, I'm missing out. Even little things like that, it's like we still have a negative feeling around things that we're missing out on. And it definitely negatively affects your self esteem.
I've been seeing a lot on like YouTube and just different social media that apparently it's a European summer. Like we did not get the memo. So many people I've seen have like literally been going to Paris, Spain, Italy, and everything.
Literally, 3 people or so that I regularly watch on YouTube went to Paris. And I'm like, what is this?
And it's like not even for the Olympics
It's
or
not even
anything.
for the Olympics.
It's
Yeah.
just for a trip. And I'm like, we did not get the memo. I mean, we definitely would not have been in Europe this summer, even if I did get the memo, but I definitely feeling a little left out and feeling bad that like I don't really get to take a European summer trip this year.
Especially since we have social media now, it's definitely easy to look at all these people we don't even know really, and see them going to Europe for the summer or going to wherever for the summer, and definitely get feelings of resentment for these people that we don't even know, and also for feelings of just like negative self-esteem toward us. Like, why am I not doing this? I'm a loser, whatever, because I'm not doing this. I don't have the ability to do this, whatever. Just a lot of negative energy coming from the feeling of a fear of missing out. And they said that the opposite of this, which is the point of this episode, is called Jomo, which is the joy of missing out. To combat these negative feelings of FOMO, we want to teach you 3 ways to turn your FOMO into Jomo. And we have not always been really good at this, but it definitely takes a lot of practicing and reworking your mind to be able to turn negative feelings into feelings of joy.
First tip we have for turning your FOMO into JOMO is to take a step back from social media. As you saw in the literal definition of FOMO, it literally said FOMO is triggered by social media. I definitely have experience with this. As I shared, social media is like a highlight reel of like what everybody wants you to see. They're obviously going to be posting their best summer memories, and you may not be doing all those things, so it's definitely going to make you feel like you're not having a good summer, you're wasting your summer, but that's not necessarily true just because someone is highlighting their good moments. We definitely on social media highlight like when we go to the beach, when we go to Disney World, when we go to the pool, different things, like just having a fun summer day. It's like going to be highlighted. No one's going to be posting when they're just sitting in their apartment doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, and also to add on to that, social media is like insane if you think about it. Why am I sitting here, 22, almost 23-year-old me in New York City? Like, I used to live in Virginia, like small town in Virginia. Why am I knowing what somebody in Australia is doing? What I mean by that is social media just gives you a lot of information and access to things that we really should not be knowing about. I feel like it's just very overstimulating because I'm like, it's just a lot of information. It's an overload of information. Like you just said, it's a highlight reel of people. So I'm like, I don't know them to know that this isn't their normal life. So if I see some girl in Australia posting, she went to Eras tour, she went to the beach, she's going to this trip, that trip, I don't know her to be able to really decipher. Even though like you can think about it mentally in your mind, like, okay, this is a highlight reel. It's just very overstimulating. So I feel like our brains aren't really able to process all this information. So I think it really turns it into negative, like, oh, they must be living it up and this, that, and the other. But we don't know. But like our brain's just like showing us this is what you see. You don't know her, so this must be how it goes. But like when you look at people that you actually know, like how many people are doing all of this stuff like on a daily basis? I feel like that's a good way to like try to reframe your mind. Like my small circle, the people I know, they're not going to Europe for like 2 months. Like they're just not doing it. They're going to work like I have to go to work. They're doing the chores that I don't want to do. Maybe can't go out this weekend because like they didn't get paid this week or whatever. That's the things that most people are doing, and I feel like social media definitely warps that.
Just by taking a break from social media, you will not be seeing the stuff that triggers you. So taking a break from social media is not a bad thing. Like I feel like there's a lot of pressure for our generation to be like involved in social media, and like if someone's like, oh, I'm not on Instagram, you kind of look at them funny. But like it's totally normal to like take a a break from social media if it's triggering you, because it's like can be a negative space. Like it has some good qualities, but there's also a lot of negativity in social media. So if you just remove yourself from that, you will not be exposing yourself to triggers of seeing people doing all of these fun things on social media. I know that it's difficult to take breaks for social media, because I'm like, I need to take a break from social media. It's like an easy way to like pass the time when you're bored or something. I would say just to try to find, if you can, different ways to fill your day. I'm also into reading, so like I'll try to reach for my book instead of like scrolling on Instagram reels or something, or like maybe watching a TV show, because I feel like even that's like not like a highlight reel, it's just like people acting. So I feel like it's like make believe, or even like reality
Mm-hmm.
TV, like it's not like,
We know it's fake.
yeah, so it's not gonna be like a trigger for you. So you can watch TV, or you can, like, I don't know, go outside. Really anything that's not gonna be like on social media, that's not going to put you in a space where you're gonna be triggered by things that people are gonna be doing on social media.
Another tip I feel like we're trying to get us off of social media is literally two tips. One, putting your phone on the literal opposite side of the room. And I know that sounds crazy because you may need text or whatever, but just turn your ringer on. Like you may need to reach for your phone and text people or whatever. But I know me that once I'm sat in the bed or whatever, I'm not getting up to scroll on Instagram. So that's been something that I normally do because I have a few work from home days when Brianna's not here. She's like at work. I'm here by myself. And I tend to, when I'm alone, like try to scroll to pass the time by. But sometimes I'm like literally put my phone on the opposite side of the room so I can't touch it. And also another tip, I know that they have specific apps that limit your time on social media. You say like, I'm not going to access social media from the time of 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. or whatever time you set up for yourself, and you can't get on it. You can like put in a code, of course, to get in it, but like at least it is like another mental check for you. Like, okay, maybe I shouldn't be doing this when they're asking me to put in the code. Like maybe I'll just get out of it. And then another thing I wanted to say about the social media highlight reel is, say like you see somebody living it up in Paris, like we really don't know how their trip went, because I was literally watching a girl the other day, and if I just watched the in this vlog section of the video, like the trailer of the video, whatever, it looked like Paris was so nice. It looked like her trip was perfect. And then I was like pretty sad. But I'm glad I started watching the video because it's not always what it appears to be. She was complaining about the hotel was dirty, it had bugs in it, like this, that. I feel like you never really know what is actually going on just because you see a nice photo on Instagram. You don't know what happened before that, what happened after that. So it's just good to keep all of these things in mind when looking at social media. So then the next point that we have is, we talked a little bit when we introduced that we were going to be talking about this, is reworking of your mind. That is literally so powerful because your subconscious literally controls, like, I think it's like 95% of your thoughts. I don't really know the specific percentage of that, but it controls most of your thoughts. Like what you think while you're conscious is because of your subconscious mind. It really is important to rewire your subconscious mind to be more positive, so then you can be more positive while you're conscious. The one thing we do to do that is practicing gratitude, which we absolutely love practicing gratitude. I think gratitude is a really good tip for turning FOMO into JOMO, because FOMO comes from a belief of that we are lacking something, like we are lacking experiences, we are lacking moments, we are lacking friends, whatever it may be. And gratitude teaches you to be appreciative of stuff. It really shows that you may not have all of these extravagant, lavish things, but you have what you need and what's important. And it's really just good to look at, like, at the end of the day, I don't want to say the basics, but like you have what is important and what you need to have.
So we've been doing a nightly gratitude practice. So what we normally do is we list 3 things that we are grateful for that day. So we try to do it just for that day, so we're also consciously living in the present. Like you're not going to be like, I'm grateful for that my birthday's in 3 weeks. Like you're going to be grateful for something that happened during the day. So we list 3 things, and it doesn't have to be big concepts that you're grateful for. Like it can literally be like, I'm grateful for my matcha that I had this morning. Just anything really that you're grateful for, just to rewire your mindset, make it more positive, make you realize that you do have things that you should be grateful for, and that you don't have a lack of something, but you have everything that you need.
Yeah, so like, I don't know, I like to do silly ones too, because I feel like life is about, like you're saying, seeing the little things in
Like
life.
balance.
And yeah, a balance. So sometimes I'd be like, I'm grateful for my oatmeal this morning. Or, I'm grateful for the AC because it's hot in New York. Like something like that that we often take for granted. I like to do that.
And then also something that we do to rewire our subconscious mind is we put on sleep affirmations at night. We just Google sleep affirmations on YouTube, and then they play for like an hour or two. We set a sleep timer, and they're like, while we're sleeping, they're like telling us different affirmations to help rework our mind. And trust me, this definitely works for us, because like I can tell a difference when I've been consistently doing the sleep affirmations. We haven't really been doing them since vacation, and I can definitely feel my mindset slipping more into something negative. So I definitely need to get back on the sleep affirmation train.
And you could do them on the TV. We normally do that with sleep timer, or you can do them on your phone. I know Spotify has a lot of different ones.
We will definitely link some of the videos that we have watched in the description box below.
And the last tip that we have for you is going to sound a little bit harsh, but we don't mean it in a harsh way, but it's to find a purpose or something that motivates you, gets you going. Because I feel like when you have a purpose and you have a goal you have set in mind, you're not really worried about all the little extra outside stuff. You're like, this is my goal. I'm focused on this. And I really don't have any time or space in my brain to be worrying about this girl's European trip or this girl going here, because I'm focused on my goal. I'm focused on where I want to get to, and all that other little stuff. It'll come eventually, but I don't need to be like wasting my time missing out on this when I'm literally chasing something.
Yeah, and like we don't mean like not going out here and there, but if you're obsessing over like you're not having a fun summer, like definitely it will help if you have something motivating. So our purpose was YouTube. We definitely love creating content, and it is a lot of work, like filming, editing, planning, scheduling, thumbnails. Like it is a lot of work, and we added on doing Instagram as well. But it is definitely rewarding. I'm definitely motivated to just continue to get better and create better videos, content ideas for you guys, and just to put out, and also a video diary for us to look back on. So it's definitely my purpose. As I said, it takes a lot of time. We don't really have time to be obsessing, worrying about things that we may be missing out on. As I said at the beginning of the episode, it is a little upsetting when we see things on social media, but I feel like I have a bigger purpose for me than to be obsessing over these things I miss.
Yeah, because I'm like, not that I was like invited anyway, but like, I'm like, I can't go out anyway because I have to get up early, film, edit, whatever. Like, I can't come home stumbling drunk at 4 in the morning because I gotta do my YouTube. Like, I feel like it's like definitely like a good coping mechanism to be like, not be sad that I wasn't invited because, like, oh, I couldn't go anyway because I'm doing my purpose. Like, I don't know if that's a healthy way to go. But that's definitely something that I feel like we've been doing. I just feel like it's a really good coping mechanism so I don't get so caught up in it and feel like bad for myself. Like it's just like, oh well, like I wasn't gonna do it anyway because I have something I'm doing.
When you have something that's like motivating you and something that's like moving you in a positive direction, that will also help to rewire your negative mindset. As I was saying, like I was feeling before, like having this purpose of YouTube, like I feel like I didn't really have anything like I was doing in life, and I was just kind of going through the motions, just waiting, I guess, for like events to kind of make me feel better. But I feel like having something that we're doing like, motivates me to get up, motivates me to work hard.
It doesn't even really have to be like a purpose, like
A self-fulfilling purpose.
like whatever.
Yeah.
Like it can be literally something like, I want to do 75-day hard or 75 day soft. That's obviously not gonna be like your forever. It's only 75 days, but it's still giving you something to be motivated about, something to be excited about. Like, oh yeah, I have to get some good sleep and I can't be going out because I want to better myself physically or mentally with the 75-day hard or whatever. Just like having something that gets you excited and you're like, well, I have a joy in doing this, so I'm not really worried about doing that. So that is all of our tips for turning your FOMO into JOMO. When you start to do this, you will definitely see that you become more of a positive person. You feel more fulfillment in life, and you're overall feeling better physically, mentally, emotionally, just everything, because you're not so negative all the time, and you're not going to be like, I lack this, I lack that, and she has this, she has that, she has everything that I lack. You're going to be able to see all the great things you have and all the abundance of things that you have, and you're going to have a purpose. You're going to be excited for life. Oh my God, like I can just see the glow up already. Like I can just see it coming. Like I'm just like,
This is a process, so don't like try to do like one of these things one time and be like, oh my gosh, this does not work for me. Like I'm still obsessive over the things that I feel like I don't have in my life. This is a process. This is not linear either. It's like a dynamic process that you're going to be going through. So like you're going to try all these things out, see which one works best for you, and then also the key is to do it more than one time. Like I feel like at least, what is it, like 90 days to build a new habit? It's
I
like
think so. Yeah, I think it's 90.
it's like a habit. Like it's like something that you're going to have to like do sometimes, fall off sometimes, but definitely when you get consistent with it, that's really with anything. Building consistency is when you're going to see growth and change. So definitely stick with the 3 tips that we told you. Try out all of them, see which one works best for you, and you will definitely see a change in your mindset. You won't even be worried about all of those European trips.
Maybe a little bit. We still want to go to Paris. I'm just not gonna be obsessing over it.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the first episode of Twinfluence. Please tell us what you think about the episode down below. If you have any more tips to how to turn your FOMO into Jomo that we haven't thought about.
So we want to end every episode by doing something that we're looking forward to in the week to end off on a positive note. So what is something that I'm looking forward to in the week? I'm like, what is the week coming up?
Did you forget?
Something that I am excited for about this week, which will be a vlog. We are turning 23 on Friday, which is like scary and exciting too, question mark. We have a video coming out, and we also have another Twinfluence episode coming out about getting old, giving very much Olivia Rodrigo. They say that it gets better, but what if I don't?
Teenage
Vibes.
Dreams Guts.
And Nothing New, Taylor and Phoebe, and then I cry myself to sleep. So all of those good things, but we have a nice video coming out, an expensive video, because it is Leo season, so it's definitely giving 3 different outfits for the birthday.
If you are a Leo, you definitely know the vibes.
And a crown and sash, period.
I'm also excited for our 23rd birthday, so that's going to be what I'm excited for this upcoming week. So comment down below what you're excited for because we want to know. And thank you so much again for tuning into Twinfluence. We will see you next Monday with a brand new episode of Twinfluence. And if you want to check out our weekly vlog, you can check that out this Friday. Bye!